Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're going to be looking at the Abyssal Expedition or the Vault of Time as it is coming to a conclusion. As you can see here, you do have quiet time beginning in 5 days, 21 hours. So just a little bit under 6 days to go ahead and complete the event and complete the entire Vault of Time. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look at this, because we've seen two things that have really come out of this Vault of Time. We are on the last boss right now with the Blessed Relics. One thing you want to focus on right here is the insight and the tenacity. Making sure your tenacity and your insight is higher than the boss. So when you actually look at the boss here, you can see insight 214, tenacity 209. Big reason for this is when a defender's tenacity value exceeds that of the attacker's insight value, a higher chance of resisting the attacker's control ability is granted to the defender. That is the big part of the boss battle, where people, they'll kill your heroes and they'll kill your heroes quick, depending on the tenacity and the insight. So my personal recommendation is, if you're going to attack the boss, focusing on two different trees for the boss. One is the celerity tree. As you can see, I do have two items here, which is the Diligent, which is mythic, the Master's Claw. Focusing on at least 3 mythic items. The reason being, not only the stat boosts, when you look 59% hit points, 30% defense, some of these are just astronomical additions to your stats. 40% attack, 32% health, 40% defense, 62% bonus to attack, plus crit resistance and insight, which is what you want. This is going to give you a huge boost on damage. So what that means, though, is when you're looking at the boss, you don't want to be throwing stamina into him and throwing stamina into him if you're not maximizing the damage that you're doing on him. So if you're in a guild that is killing him every day, definitely go all out, completely to the wall, all the damage you can do to get it done. But if you're in a guild, like most guilds, that may have an opportunity to kill the boss once, maybe twice if we're lucky with how we're going. Because if you look at the records, most people are not doing that much damage. So we have a long road ahead over the next couple days to push that 39.6 billion. Yes, that's not million, that is billion damage to the boss, as we've seen a little bit earlier today in the live stream. So making sure with your heroes, at this point, there are 2 things you need to focus on. 1, Blessed Relics, having at least 3 up in the celerity tree, or having 3 in Dura's Might. So the other thing has come out of the Abyssal Expedition is Dura's Might on the boss is doing a absolute insane amount of damage. And it's just been crazy. So Dura's Might, we've seen a big increase in damage, as well as the one-off, which is actually through, where is he at? Which I don't even think I have unlocked. Isold, which Isold I believe is a warrior, which I don't even see him here. Anyways, Isold, as you know, with his furniture, it does give a bonus. He is one my guild's been kind of toying around with a little bit. Isold is doing over 1 billion damage himself. Like I said, a billion, not a million, but we've seen over 1 billion damage from a geared out Isold himself, which there he is. He is in the warrior tree. That's where he falls. That's where I thought he falls. That's why, not sure exactly why he's not in there. I think it's because I don't have him high enough, but he has been doing insane amount of damage if you have his gear unlocked. So with his not just his gear, but his signature items, because remember, signature items are affected in here, but his furniture bonus is the big one with Dura's Might. Like I said, he's been doing over 1 billion damage solo with Isold, which, just like we seen last time, it was right here with Cecilia. Cecilia did a crazy amount of damage, plus her mitigation in the first round when we beta tested the Abyssal Expedition. This one is Isold Isold is just doing damage through the absolute roof, which is why a lot of people have went with Dur's Might. Couldn't have foreseen it before, but now looking at the overall stats with his 1% bonus, he's just doing damage like crazy. So looking at the title, a couple things you have to make sure to go ahead and get to the Prince rank, which is the top rank. Get your cards, get your bonus gems, participating in exterminating the final boss. Meaning that not only do you have to do damage to him, you do have to kill him. So everyone in the Vault of Time does have to kill him one time to go ahead and get the completion, which he does have a 24-hour reset timer. So as long as you damage him and he dies, you will complete this one. Occupy 26 tier settlements or better. One of the caveat, the PSA that they did today on Reddit is when you look at the settlements, it doesn't have to be unique settlements, meaning you do not need 26 tier settlements or better. You can actually defeat a tier 6 settlement, go ahead and just give it up, reclaim it, give it up, reclaim it. If you want to go that route, if you're really, really stretched for land and can't get to any without blowing a ton of stamina, you can go ahead and drop one of your settlements and then go ahead and defeat it, reclaim it, and you will get counted for this. Tier 8 settlements are the toughest one. This is where it takes coordination. This is where it takes a group to take down the tier 8 settlements, which are, as you can see right here, the large cities. Not only do they have very, very high power, is when you look at a lot of the large cities or even the city 2s, they have a big reduction. So this one, all non-Mauler heroes lose 50% health and stun for the first 5 seconds and have their attack rating reduced by 30. So when you look at the Mauler ones, a lot of people do not even attempt those. The same with the Celestial and the Hypogem ones. A lot of players do not. This is the other one. A lot of players with the Bolt of Wickedness, they don't even attempt these large cities because it is super hard. All non-celestial, non-hypogean, and non-dimensional heroes lose 50% health and are stunned for 5 seconds when attacked at the beginning and 30% battle rating. So make sure that you're looking at what your debuff is going to be and what team you're going to use for it, because specifically making sure that if somebody can beat the first team, if somebody can beat the second team, which that might be a little bit tough, especially with these two guys, that you can come in and look at that, a triple flora, but you can come in and defeat the third battle. That way you can take the large city. I haven't seen any large cities that don't have a difference with factions, so I think all of the large cities do have a difference with the faction. There's the Celestial and the Hypogean one. Same there, Celestial Hypogean one, the Mauler one. So out of all of them, the Lightbearer is probably going to be the easiest, or the Wilder are the two that I've been looking at. Now, taking a look at your own team comp, those are the two, because I do have double Wilder and I do have Wilder in here. So I think for me, the Wilder ones would be the easiest to take, or the Lightbearer would be the two. So searching them out, like I said, it is going to take a team to get this done. You might be able to sneak one in and actually defeat all 3 camps by yourself, but it's going to be very, very difficult, or it's going to cost you an insane amount of stamina to go ahead and get the large cities done. So again, just go ahead and coordinate with some other players. That way you can get the large city achievement done. Even if you find one that is a little bit easier, that you can actually take it, get the achievement for the Prince title, drop the city, help somebody else get it, so you and 2 other players can actually partner together and all 3 of you can get that large city achievement done, which, as we do have 6 days left, acquiring 5 mythic blessed relics. So if you do take an occupy 1 8-tier settlement or better, you still have to have 5 mythic blessed relics, meaning that once you get your 5 mythic blessed relics, it would probably be nice to go ahead and help other people get theirs by giving them higher cities. So what we've done on my primary account is making sure that we've actually had a couple players, us giving them the large cities, even taking the third battle down to 1 or 2 heroes if they're unable to complete this. So actually killing out 3 or 4 of the heroes here, allowing them to go ahead and take it, just kill 1 hero, and then switching through, rotating through heroes to make sure that we get the titles achieved. But you do have to get the 5 mythic blessed relics on your own. So making sure that you have, again, one of your relics or one of your factions up to level 5, and you're building these, because I still need a lot more relics, and we only got 6 days left. So if I'm putting stuff into might, if I'm putting points into fortitude, sorcery, if I'm doing substance, I might not have enough of my essence to go ahead and get my 5 relics in here. So once you get to this point and you have your towns, save for the relics. You are going to need the relics, because if you don't have them, even if you do get that tier 8 settlement, you will not be able to defeat there. Also, looking at the very, very final one, doing the boss damage is again pertinent to having the relics. So at this point of the game, with just a couple days left, save your stamina. At this point, until it hits pretty much the last day, you can just bank your stamina. You can just bank all of your essence, unless you're in a guild that you're killing the boss multiple times. But at this point, just hold tight. That way you can build up your stamina. You can build up your strength is the priority to go ahead and get your 5 relics here. Then you'll be able to do substantially higher damage on the boss, which is what we want to see. So if players actually save the stamina until the very last day, you can go all out with the best relics, with the highest level stuff that you have, and go ahead and defeat the boss at that point. That way everyone will go ahead and complete the titles. What I don't want you to do is get to that last day, dump everything you have into the boss, and now you don't have energy for the tier 8 settlement. Which is a requirement. You might have the mythic blessed relics, but if you run out of stamina before you take that tier 8 settlement, you will not be able to hit the final rank of prince, which is where we all want to be. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Very, very cool event, the Vault of Time. I know a lot of people definitely do not like the Abyssal Expedition. I think it is absolutely phenomenal. The loot, I feel like they do need to increase a little bit. The amount of the loot that you get in here is okay. I mean, even putting in 3,000 to get into this output of it, which we're 1 town short right now. I just gave up a city before we got in here. I go full out Rangers, which I'm not even sure with this stun if we're going to be able to get this one done. Probably not, unless Nakaruru can do what she does, which is absolutely destroy. But making sure that you're holding 40 of 40 cities in here, because that is going to be the priority. We have the Wilder debuff here, so we'll drop in some Wilders so we can go ahead and get rid of that, as well as Rowan. Then from here, we will just hold out and wait to accumulate stamina on a lot of different heroes. Once we're at our 40 of 40, we'll just sit tight, wait for our relics, take our tier 8 building, go ahead and kill the boss, and we will get our prince title here very, very shortly. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. So we got that town. There we go, 40-40. So making almost 9,000 an hour, which is pretty good. And remember, we still do have 6 days. So at 9,000 an hour, that's a ton of essence that's going to come to get our relics. Once we have our relics, we can take out the boss. We can take out the tier 8 large cities, get the prince title, and be completely done with the expedition at that point, which is what we want to do. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you for watching.